Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more Football Manager 2023, and another part of our Journeyman series with Leeds United. Today we are taking on Plymouth in the Carabao Cup quarter-final before taking on former Champions League side Crystal Palace in the league. And two very important matches. I have to say it's going to be very, very important for us to get victories here today, because since the last episode, obviously, right at the end of last episode, you've seen that there was the board meeting. They've given us till the end of the season to improve, but realistically, if we keep performing badly, they're going to ask questions very quickly. Now, the good news is a couple of victories and we're straight back up into the top 7, which I think is a more respectable finish. I'm not sure we're going to finish in the top 4 this season. I think it's still a possibility, but we're getting up to the halfway point now and we're still struggling, which is not what was the case last season. Since you were last with me, Premier League form is still rubbish, really, but we have improved in other aspects. We, of course, lost 4-3 to Chelsea at the end of last episode, but then we bounced back with a 3-0 victory over Lille. Tiata, Murray and Aronson scoring there. We then stopped the rot in the Premier League with a 2-1 victory over Brentford. William Malman making a goal-scoring return with 2 goals there in that match. We then drew 0-0 with Arsenal at home. I thought that was a decent result for us, but then we lost 5-2 to Manchester City. Alvaro and Mizogen getting 2 goals in that one, but Haaland was just ridiculous in that match, and yeah, Man City definitely the better team there. We then beat Charleroi 4-3 away from home. We were 3-0 up in that match, cruising, and then they did come back at us towards the end, but we did hang on to keep our 100% record in the Champions League together, and we have officially qualified for the round of 16 now, which is awesome. And then we drew 1-1 against Wolves in the league again. You know, we were disappointing in that match, could have easily lost it, but our form is slightly better than what it was. We've only lost 1 of the last 4 after losing 5 in a row, so fingers crossed we can keep going with that. In the Premier League, we are currently 12th with 22 points from 18 games. It's certainly not where we want to be, and we've lost 8 matches this season. Last year, we certainly didn't lose that many. I think, we only lost 6 matches last season. So, you know, we've got different targets really this year. I don't think finishing 3rd is going to be possible anymore, which is a real shame, because I did think the squad we'd put together, I did think we would be title contenders this year, but it's just not transpired that way. But that's okay. We'll keep pushing on and we'll try and get into that top 7. Interestingly, the Arsenal job did come available at one point. It still is available in theory. And we were the favourite for the job according to the media, but never got an interview with them, and looks like they are going to be going for somebody else. What's his name? Yeah, Niestrup, Jacob Niestrup, the Fiorentina manager currently, and he is currently under bid from Arsenal. So yeah, he's going to be going there as long as he gets his work permit. And that's fine. We never got approached by Arsenal, but that would have been the type of job at this stage that I'd have been very interested in indeed. We'll look at squad performances and stuff at the end of the episode. I have got a next match only option in there, and there you go, it broke anyway, so I'll be back once I've sorted that out. So this is the team that we've gone for, obviously struggling for fitness with a lot of players at this stage of the season. So a bit of a rotated side. Still should be more than strong enough to get past Plymouth, but it'd be nice to get some confidence into some of the boys tonight. Zinoviev will start in goal with Bradley, Robinson, Polyatskin and Mizogen in defence. We've then got Mayano and Gray as our defensive midfielders, with Webber and Delia starting wide of Wallbank and Peter Murray up top. So here we go then into the Carabao Cup quarter-final. We should be getting through to the semi-final here. And to be honest, with the teams left in the competition, I'd be pretty disappointed if we didn't win it from this stage. I think we can beat anybody left in it. But then again, we have been pretty poor. You'll notice I've gone back to the 4-2-4 because we weren't seeing any difference in performance really with a 4-2-3-1, and this is the tactic that we've built our team around. It would be silly to deviate too much from that, and that's where we're at with it basically. So yeah, fingers crossed we can make a positive impact against Plymouth today with that tactic. Get a little bit more confidence into the legs, and fingers crossed have a good result against Crystal Palace. You know, they're a team that are struggling as well. Of course, finished in the top 4 a few years ago and got into the Champions League, and now they're below us in the league, so they're struggling. Here's Mayano with a shot, and here he is again, and he does get it in this time, and he puts it into the back of the net. 1-0 through a Mayano goal, and that's exactly what we needed to spike us into life here. And you can see, I mean, we've sold out the stadium for a Carabao Cup quarter-final, so, you know, the supporters are still behind us as a team. I mean, that was just a terrific strike from Mayano, and I think he will be getting a lot more first-team football in the second half of the year. I know Manu Kone's contract expires at the end of the season. I'm expecting that he's going to be going, mainly because we can't make any contract renewals with our financial situation. It is a bit of a disaster at the moment. Bradley into the middle. Peter Murray scores. I think that was offside though. Obviously the ref will make a decision, but he looked miles offside to me, and unless he managed to get behind Bradley, it will be disallowed. No, it's awarded. Wow. I want to see this, because watch Peter Murray here. Just keep an eye on him in this bottom left. This is what I was doing before. He's miles offside there. Wow, that must be, you know, on the line, if that. Let's have a look at this. So you've got Bradley running down the right-hand side, and wow, that is a beautifully timed cross from Bradley, put it that way. But 2-0 now, after 10 minutes, and this is more like it. And if we can get a bit of confidence today, then I'm all for it. Here's Peter Murray. Oh, hits the post. Wallbank's there. Oh, hits the crossbar. Oh, can you believe it? That was pretty close in the end to being 2-0. Or 3-0, I should say. Apologies to headphone users, just moving me mic stand. Here's Mayano into the middle. It's over the bar by Michael Robinson there. And yeah, as I say, nice to get some confidence into the side. You know, I think that's what we need. Well, that's what we're lacking at the moment, is that little bit of confidence, that little bit of luck, particularly defensively. Here's Polyatskin, gets it to Mizogen. Polyatskin again to Gray, to Mayano. Mayano over the top. Murray's there, but can't finish it. Here's Delia. That's a penalty, Jeff, I think. Yeah, and I think that's definitely a penalty. If not, it's a free kick right on the edge of the area, which I think a few of our players will fancy that from that range. Let's see. And it is a penalty that has been awarded, and Mizogen is going to step up. Scored against Man City from the penalty spot. Scored against Watford when we went through on penalties, and there you go again. 3-0 now. Decent penalty. His third goal of the season. And you would say, job done. Plymouth aren't going to score 4 now, are they? So, job done indeed. Here's Mayano. He whips it into the middle. Michael Robinson's there over the bar from him. And I tell you what, he's a lanky fella, is Michael Robinson. And he scores a fair few from corners. Mayano again. Robinson's there. Hits the bar this time. Could have had a hat-trick with the chances he's had from the corners. Here's Murray. Whips it in. But nobody there. That was a terrible cross. I know somebody was saying Peter Murray should potentially be an inside forward, but I think that proves it. You know, he's not winger material really. He's become a good poacher, you know, and I think that was my reason going back to 2 up top. You know, I think we had to do it because Peter Murray wasn't as effective as a lone striker, and we found, you know, with him having a partner in Johnny Ballesteros or Alvaro or Wallbank, whoever it is, he just has a much better time of it, and you know, somebody to bounce off, and I think that was reason enough. And well, there they are over the bar. He'll be disappointed because he's a world class player playing against a League One side. and not looking very good, in all honesty. But there you go, half-time. We're controlling possession. Very, very good to see. We're now going to make a couple of changes just to save the legs a little bit. Dedia's going to come off. I tell you what, Navarro does need some minutes, so we're going to give Navarro a half a football. Mauro Garcia is going to come on for Michael Robinson, and I think we'll leave it at that for now, but I think Aronson will be coming on. He's had a decent run in the team recently and has played very well, to be fair with him. You know, he will be more than likely leaving at the end of the season, and that will be the end of the Jesse Marsh period. I don't think there'll be anybody left that was still, well, other than Theatre, I suppose. That was here when he was. Archie Gray is somebody that, of course, came through the youth system here at Leeds, but you know, he's very much one of our players that we've bedded into the side. Here's Miano on the ball. Gets it into Archie Gray now. Gray still going. This is a good run. And, well, didn't do anything with it, unfortunately. Right. Let's see what we can do. Oh, Mizogin's injured. That's the last thing that we wanted to happen. Oh, why is Malman not on the bench? Right, we'll put Aronson at right back. That'll be fine. He can play on the right side. He can adapt that to wing back, can't he? But there you go. It's going to be a comfortable victory. And we are through to the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, which is brilliant. It's another 2 matches, though, which is going to be tough on the legs in January. And goodness me, I'm glad that we've got that week break in there, haven't we? But there you go, Leeds United win in the EFL Cup quarter-final. But if you look at the teams that are left, you know, Liverpool, okay, they've gone through. But I'd fancy beating the other 4 in there in a final situation at least. So I'm just hoping that we don't get... I'm hoping we don't get Liverpool in the semi-final. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Mizogin's going to be out for a couple of days, which is a shame. But we will be back for the Crystal Palace match. Here we go then for the EFL Cup semi-final draw. Steven Gerrard, I call being rigged this. It's going to be Liverpool first out the hat. No, Newcastle. Who they playing? Leeds. Okay, good. I feel like we can beat Newcastle over 2 legs. But Liverpool have got... Brentford, obviously Brentford would have been the perfect team. But yes, we've got Newcastle United in the semi-final of the EFL Cup. And we'll be taking them on the 5th of Jan. So let's have a look at the... Yeah, so we've got 5th of Jan. Then the 12th of Jan after that. So probably... Oh, well, we've got Forest Green in the FA Cup 3rd round. So that's going to be a good opportunity to rest some players. But that January is looking very busy now. So we'll have to... I mean, now we're through to the last 16. It might be worth just playing the youth team against Paris Saint-Germain. You know... Probably worth still trying to beat Porto. But... yeah, I mean, we're already 3 points clear at the top. If we beat Porto, yeah, that'll almost guarantee us top spot. So, yeah, we'll see closer to the time anyway. Right then, here we are for the match against Crystal Palace. Zinoviev will continue in goal with Bradley, Mbete, Tiata and Lyons in defence. We've then got Casadei and Kone as our defensive midfielders, with Navarro and Jorge starting wide, Peter Murray and Johnny Ballesteros up top. Right then, Dedier on the bench. You know, I think we've got a good side here. I'm looking forward to it. So let's just get into the action. Here we go. Right, so go to match. And as I say, Crystal Palace, you know, qualified for the Champions League a couple of years ago, but they're struggling. They're in a very similar position to us. So I'm hoping we can get the better of them here. And I think that victory against Plymouth will just do us the world of good. And if we can get a solid victory in the Premier League today, then fingers crossed we can get back on track with everything. I mean, Elise still there, but they've lost 4 of the last 5. You know, this has got to be our chance to really do something. You know, we've only lost 1 of the last 5. It's got to be now. Here we go. Let's see what we can do. Liverpool obviously top of the league. They're 4 points behind us, so they're not having a great season. Come on, boys. Let's go and beat Crystal Palace. I am feeling confident today. We'll switch that onto the league table. If we do win today, we head back into the top half. I mean, Southampton have got 4 games in hand over us. That's pretty ridiculous. I don't actually know how that's possible, because we've absolutely played the most amount of games that you can, because we're still in all 4 competitions. But, yeah, Crystal Palace looking dangerous there. Jorge's got a bruised thigh, but should be able to carry on, apparently. And this is the problem in the Premier League. We're not scoring goals anymore, which has never been, you know, a problem for us. Here's Navarro. Can Navarro prove us wrong? Cuts inside with the shot, and that's over the bar. That's disappointing from Edgar Navarro. Should be doing better from that situation. Oh, 35 minutes gone. We've definitely been the better team. We've got a set piece here. Jorge into the middle. Tiata's there with a header. It's Casadei now. Casadei with a shot. Oh, it's a good save by Howes. Ooh, that was close from Casadei. It's now going to be Jorge whipping it into the middle. Jorge gets it in. It's headed away again. It's Jorge into the middle. Manu Kone with the shot. Oh, just... yeah, we're not getting the look at the moment. That is for sure. How old is Elise now? I'd like to know. I think he must be at least 33. So that's. Oh no, that wasn't. That wasn't what we wanted to say. We've criticised the defence, and that's been our weakest link. We don't want them to feel bad about themselves. That's definitely not what we want. That's a good ball over the top, though. And here's Gassond with a chance. Back now to Dedic. Dedic. Oh, Zinoviev with the save. And now building from the back. This is how we like to play, how we like to make our attacks. But that wasn't great, was it? Oh, just wide. I think we might have to start thinking about some substitutions here. Here's Olise. Now to Bove. It's Dedic with a great chance now. Oh, he skied it. And this is great because it's 2 teams that know they are a lot better than what they're showing. Yeah, Mizagin is going to come on for Lions because Lions isn't having a great game. Johnny Ballesteros is going to come off. Wallbank's going to go on. We're going to swap them 2 round. Aronson is going to come on for Navarro, and Dethia is going to come on for Jorge. These are sweeping changes. 4 changes, but this is how important I think 3 points are. Come on, boys. Come on. Not far away now. 15 minutes to go. It's Bradley with the throw. Gets it to Casadei. Don't lose it. Whips it in. Oh, straight to the keeper, though. And I think last season, Wallbank gets there first. Wallbank puts it into the back of the net, but he's just not having the same season this year. He's not getting as much first-team football. You know, first name on the team sheet football. But that's kind of besides the point. Here's Aronson, gets it to Casadei. Wallbank should have been making the run. Wallbank's got it. He gets it to Peter Murray, who puts it into the back of the net. And that is huge. Peter Murray's 20th goal of the season, and Wallbank somehow got there in the end. I mean, it was a good ball through from Casadei, and then Bove, I don't know what he was thinking of, but Wallbank gets the goal, and now we are 1-0 up with 10 minutes to go. This is always where we get a little bit panicky. We're going to bring Pilbeam on for Bradley because Bradley was tiring. Here's Mbete. Oh, I just feel like this is going to be a goal. I don't know who to. If it's to us, that's brilliant. Here's Murray. Murray, oh, I tried to find Wallbank, but Wallbank just not on it, is he? And that's a good ball forward. And this is going to be Crystal Palace back into it. Oh, what a block from Tiara. Where did that come from? Ooh, 5 minutes to go in this match. It's whipped in. It's away by Kone. Here's Cook. Cook on the ball. Now gets it to whoever that was. I can't read their names very clearly. Here's Olusegun. Here's Carter Vickers. Oh, long highlights usually ending goals. It's still Crystal Palace pushing forward. Szymanski. Oh, what a tackle from Dedhier. Oh, the last person you'd expect to be in those defensive situations. But it's another highlight. That's a great ball over the top. And Crystal Palace are coming forward. There's a shot. What a save from Zinoviev there. Right, we're going to go defensive now. We're going to put time wasting on to full. And now here comes in the cross. It's headed away. Oh, it's a shot. What a save. Zinoviev, 2 world-class saves, have kept it at 1-0. Have kept our clean sheet intact. 4 minutes of added time. We're going to go very defensive now. And there it is. Full time. 3 points in the bag. And that, I think, are going to be some of the 3 of the biggest points that we get this season. Because just the context of it. We're away from home. We've obviously had a real tough run of form. But we ground out a 1-0 victory, and that is more like the Leeds United that we know and love. Crystal Palace dropped to 15th in the division now. Liverpool, 8 points clear of Man City at the top. They're going to defend their title, absolutely. Man City are probably going to finish second. West Ham are third at the moment. They're catchable. You know, we're 15 points off West Ham. They are catchable, but we've got to start winning games and winning them more convincingly again. Zinoviev inspires the victory. He gets an 8 performance. I mean, he was just absolutely brilliant. He has just earned the number 1 spot. Lunin has been struggling this season. He has been our preferred choice for a long time, but only 1 clean sheet this season. And he's not looked as convincing between the sticks, I'm going to be honest with you. Zinoviev, meanwhile, he's got 3 clean sheets in 7 appearances in the Premier League. So I think the transition is there now. I think that's ready to happen. And some of the saves that he pulled off there were just out of this world. So massive well done to Zinoviev. And thank the Lord, things are starting to look up again. We knew this would happen, but yeah, I mean, it could all come crashing down again against Arsenal. They're going to have a new manager in place, I would imagine. Although it is still Jack Wilshere, apparently. That is their manager. Yeah, so they're not in the best of form, as it stands. Jack Wilshere, well, he's won the last 2 with them. And they seem to be playing a diamond, so he's completely changed their style, which is interesting. But there you go. Keep an eye on Arsenal. And when are we going to come back then? Well, I think that's going to be important. So the semi-final second leg, to see if we can get through to our first domestic cup final of the series, and then away to Wolves. I think those are 2 very important matches. So we'll come back for those in the next episode. Hopefully things will be looking up. Hopefully we'll be through in the next round of the FA Cup, and fingers crossed our league position will look a lot better. Yeah, I think we're getting there. We just gotta keep pushing, try and get through this horrible period. But there you go then. If you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more Football Manager 2023 content, although there is a load of FM21 content out there as well, if you're into that. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.